right, Wayne Allyn Root, the Root's on fire. I know many of you play the stock market, and many of you don't play the stock market. And the ones who don't are like, I don't want to play the stock market. That's a rigged game. It's only for the rich. And I thought the same way until I met Kip Herriage. And this guy has consistently made me money for so many years. And my latest portfolio that I built in the last year with Kip has gone through the roof. Kip runs VRA. Website is VRAinsider.com. Everyone gets 2 weeks free just for being a fan of Wayne Root. VRAinsider.com. But Kip runs it with his son, Tyler Herriage. It's Kip Herriage and his son, Tyler Herriage. And I want to read you some results because you can't beat facts and you can't argue facts and you can't debate facts. So here's the numbers. The VRA portfolio results in 2025. So far this year, with about half the year gone, the S&P 500 is up 8%. The Dow Jones is up 5%. The NASDAQ is up 9%, 9.3 to be exact. And the Russell 2000 is up 1.4%. But the VRA portfolio, if you followed his newsletter, is up 19.4%. And that's with half the year gone. So, you know, if he has the second half like the first half, you could be up 38% for the year, 38.8% for the year. The top holdings of the VRA portfolio, and this is Kip Herriage and his son Tyler Herriage, it really, truly amazing. So they've got a company that's involved in nuclear power with a ticker symbol SMR, and it is up at this point, do I have the number? Up 188%. They've got a gold mining stock that is up 98%. Ticker symbol SNWGF. They've got a crypto stock that's kind of the Goldman Sachs of cryptos called Galaxy, and the ticker's GLXY, that's up 79%. And if you say, well, you know, that sounds amazing, but how have they done long term? Maybe that's just short term. They've beaten the markets 18 out of 21 years, 86% success against the market. Go to VRAinsider.com and get results that you will never get watching CNBC or Bloomberg or reading the Wall Street Journal. That is all bad news. By the time you've read it, it's old news, or it's meant to fool you and send you the other way so they get rich and you get poor. So VRAinsider.com. We've got Tyler Herriage with us, Kip's son, who runs VRA. He's an economic expert. He's a partner at Vertical Research Advisory, which I believe is the best global financial newsletter in the world. Again, the website, VRAinsider.com. Tyler is picking up right where his dad left off, picking incredible winners that other people just don't see coming. You guys make money when the market's up, when it's down, when Trump's in office, when Biden's in office. I see death when Biden's in office or Obama's in office. You guys make money. Somehow, some way, you find a way to make money at all times. I don't know how you do it. When the market's up, when the market's down. How do you do it, Tyler? Tell me.
Well, hey, Wayne, thank you for having me back on the show, and congratulations as well on the new show, Warzone. I absolutely love the name, so congratulations there. And yeah, thank you for having me on tonight as well. So as you mentioned, the VRA was founded by my father, Kip Herriage, in 2003, really with one goal in mind, and that was to empower retail investors, you know, not just the Wall Street who have the inside track already. And so that's exactly what we strive to do here year in and year out, because most money managers and hedge fund managers lose to the market. 90% lose to the market year in and year out, while the VRA, we have beaten the market, as you said, in 18 out of 21 years now. And that's exactly what we want to keep doing here. It's what we love doing. We wake up every day excited to do it as well.
So, first of all, I want to point out that you guys called the bottom of the market when Biden was president. On the very day that it bottomed, you and Kip called the bottom of the market. And since then, you guys have had stratospheric returns. So congratulations. And then you made the prediction that if Trump won, it was going to be, you know, the most kapow, boom, like a Superman movie, Batman, kapow. This would be the golden age of investing and the golden age of prosperity. And so far, it's been everything that you guys said it would be. It's quite amazing with Trump, banging down these deals left and right. Europe, Philippines, Indonesia, Japan, trade deals that are so good. They're investing trillions in our country. I believe in trickle down. That doesn't mean everyone's going to get rich, but it means we'll all have jobs. We'll all do better we would have done. Some of us will get rich. It's got to trickle down. When all these countries are investing or agreeing to invest trillions of dollars in the American economy, that's got to equal a lot of prosperity down the line, does it not?
Absolutely. And I think that's a bit of the story that's really been missed here on the tariff front. It's great that we got the EU deal done. The 15% number is very nice, but it really is, as you mentioned, the trillions of dollars in investment under the surface. $1.4 trillion invested here in the U.S. from the EU over the next 3 years. And all of these deals look like this. And I was listening to your show earlier in the night, and you brought this up as well, that, the experts and mainstream experts, well, let's say Bill Maher. You brought up Bill Maher earlier in your show tonight. He had to capitulate.
Media. How about call it mainstream media?
Right, exactly. Yes, but also really the economists, the experts, and financial analysts as well completely missed this story. Right, he had to capitulate as well. They said tariffs would be inflationary. They haven't been. They said tariffs would damage earnings. Well, tariffs kicked off at the very beginning of Q2. Right, they haven't. We're getting Q2 earnings back now we're seeing record level beats. 80% of the companies that have reported so far have beat on earnings per share and on revenue with above average beats. So another one they whiffed on there. And then, of course, like we were just talking about, they said tariffs wouldn't raise enough money to really be meaningful. In just 6 months, we've collected hundreds of billions of dollars, not including the investment dollars. And then in June, record month for Treasury income as well. So phenomenal stuff. Really, so many wins that people didn't even see coming from President Trump.
Oh, just amazing. I mean, if we get lucky on this, Tyler, and we'll need to get a little lucky, but if he keeps knocking down these trade deals and they keep investing money and they keep paying 15, 20% tariffs while we pay zero to introduce our products into their country, we're going to have a trade imbalance in our favor for once, and we're going to have enough money from tariffs that maybe Trump could either dramatically reduce income taxes or he could just get rid of scrap the whole income tax system and go to some sort of fair tax or sales, slash sales tax based system. We don't have an income tax anymore, which would be wonderful, because the world is going to be paying for a large portion of our taxes instead of the American people. And you know what that reminds me of, Tyler? I talk about this all the time. People go, how does Nevada have zero income tax? And the answer is because we have casinos and we have tourism and we have gambling. And so tourists come here and they pay our taxes for us. And that's why we have zero. So maybe Trump's tariffs can replicate on a national basis what Nevada's doing with casino, gambling, and tourism. If enough countries are willing to pay tariffs to enter our market, which you now know they are. They're willing to do anything to enter our market or they go broke. And so if they do that, then they're going to pay our taxes for us, and we could pay zero. I think it's very exciting. I think this is the golden age of Trump prosperity. I think we can all get really, really rich. Certainly we could all gain the most prosperity we ever imagined in the next 3.5 years if we play our cards right? That's what you guys are saying, isn't it?
Absolutely. It really is the perfect storm because like you talked about earlier, we started to call for the beginning of this bull market under Biden in 2022. And a lot of people looked at us like we were crazy. How can you be so bullish in this environment? But as we started to do our research, we found the strength under the hood of this economy, with over 1/3 of homeowners owning their home outright, credit scores at all-time highs, all of these things that we've talked about here. Also, corporate debt-to-income ratios at 50-year lows. A number of topics like this under the hood of the market really gave it away. But now, fast forward to Trump 2.0 here. So we've got what we call the innovation revolution meets roaring 2020s, now meets the Trump economic miracle 2.0, and now the golden age of prosperity as well. So it really is a perfect storm. Like you said, we got to play our cards right. But for anyone at home too, feels like they've missed this move, because we did just have 6 days of all-time highs in a row here for the S&P 500. A little bit of a pullback today, but for anyone who feels, they hear all-time highs and think, it's just too late for me, this is just the beginning. We are in the early innings of this bull market here. There absolutely is still time to participate. We look for big moves here to the upside, not just through the end of Trump's term, but beyond as well.
Well, they've gotten everything right so far for 22 years, and everything right since they called the bottom of the market, I think about 2.5, 3 years ago under Biden, and everything right since Trump became president. And I'm a witness to the whole 22 years of winning. How about they recommended gold at $350 an ounce? It's $3,500 almost. They recommended Bitcoin at 2,000. It's almost 120,000. It did hit 120, but it pulled back a little bit. I think today 117,000. You guys have been on the money. 2 weeks free at VRAinsider.com. Every Wayne Root fan, check it out. It's like Mrs. Fields used to give everyone a free cookie. They ate it and they became a believer and they bought the cookies. Check it out for 2 weeks. You got nothing to lose. You got nothing to risk. You got everything to gain. I'm telling you, once you see their newsletter every morning, you'll stay with them for life. VRAinsider.com. You get their book, The Big Bribe, for free as well, automatically. VRAinsider.com. Thank you, Tyler Herriage. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Wayne.